Hey, I'm Sil. This is Hades 2, Episode 2. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, ever since, we started playing on the channel, I've also played a bit on my own, on a separate save. And I've played quite a bit. I've gotten quite better at the game, I would say. So I'm gonna know a lot of the things that we're going to see in this episode in advance. So I think rather than react to them, I'm just going to, stay quiet over them so you can experience them for the first time yourself, if you want. All right, let's get into it.
Blast those sirens.
Yeah, last time we died to the sirens, which are the second world boss.
Sirens are amphibious. You know their weaknesses, Phrenos? You there, Dora? The cauldron's ready for me now.
At least our cauldron's finally purified, praise the fates. Speaking of which, are you as yet considering an invocation to them? I have my doubts that they would listen even now.
If there's any chance the three fates shall aid us, I'll take it. Thank you for preparing things for me. Though I'm well short of freshly picked reagents still.
I'd offer such reagents if I could, but as you venture past this glade, look carefully along your path and you shall find them. Fate's willing.
Yes, Headmistress.
Okay, so we unlocked this.
Last night I dreamt of this.
We unlocked this cauldron here, which allows us to basically, buy upgrades for our save or for the area here, with some resources. So, for example, if we buy this, which is takes only one molly, we get the option to start taking harvesting tools with us.
Dark of chaos, light of moon, heed now my will.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
And another example is, for 10 bones, we can summon the Wretched Broker, which, very much like in the previous game, although we haven't seen it on the channel yet in Hades 1, allows you to kind of like trade different resources for one another. So let's do that.
I'm ready. By blood and darkness, let my will be done.
There.
Broker, welcome to the crossroads.
All right, let's go see what he has in store. Or they, I don't know.
Hail, Broker.
So yeah, we can trade some bones, which we found in our 2 previous runs, for any of these resources. But for now, I'm just gonna save it.
Take care then.
After ever-scheming Kronos claimed the House of Hades, shades of the dead residing there, all scattered to the ends of the earth.
You shades are welcome here and safe.
Try again? You passed her little test that time. Must have felt so good beating her ass to the ground. Don't get to spar with her, so I can only imagine.
We're not just sparring. You don't know our craft.
I know I could take her.
A moment, goddess. Word has it Eris has been spotted in the depths along your path. Intelligence you likely could have used before. She made your journey worse for you. Apologies, goddess.
She's trying to stop me, or at least slow me down, and she knows too much about our intentions. What do we do? Children of Nyx are supposed to be on our side.
She doesn't know the half of what we've planned. Besides, her boredom drives her more than anything. Run into her a few more times, she'll soon grow sick of it and go away.
So deems the great tactician.
Aye, goddess.
So what they're referring to, if you remember from the previous episode, when we got to the second floor, Eris, the, I guess, incarnation of strife or something like that, waited for us there and debuffed us to cause us to take more and more damage as we progress through the run. So they're referring to that.
The altar of ashes.
Okay, we have enough psyche to buy an upgrade here.
I can do this.
To be able to hold more cards at once with grasp. So our limit is now 12, and we're currently only filling up 4. We also have Ash to spend. Let's see what I'd like to buy with it. We can unlock 2 out of these 3 at once. But I think let's go with this first because it'll also reveal to us these two options.
The Titan.
Now let's see those. Can't buy this, can't buy this. So yeah, we can only buy one more of these with the amount that we have left at the moment. And I think I personally care more about a faster sprint. So I'm going to go with that.
The Swift Runner.
And a new set of cards has been revealed to us. And I think because we currently, it seems like we're more short on Ash than we're short on Psyche at the moment, because we still have 5 points to fill here, and not no other cards to like fill it up with. So I'm going to prioritize Ashes in the upcoming round.
The cards know.
And
There's something new here.
so we've seen that, you know, with certain materials, we can unlock new weapons. But in order to unlock every single one of them, we also need silver. And the way to do that is by crafting a crescent pick.
The Crescent Pick. Reveal to me the bounties of the earth.
Do make good use of that.
So yeah, now
There she is again at last.
we're carrying it with us, which will allow us in the future runs to, you know, mine that silver and other materials.
I understand you ventured to the bottom of the sea. I too have been there in those depths, young one. But once, a while back, and briefly, I might add.
Of course. You were a famous mariner in your mortal days. But then you finally met your end beneath the waters upon which you sailed?
Nah, 'twas way more glorious than that.
The Crossroads training grounds are watched over by fearless seafarer Skelemius, famed in death as he was famed in life.
We cannot fail with such a genius on our side.
Nope.
Okay, let's go. Well, we don't have any other option for weapons at the moment, and neither for tools, so I think we just go out.
Once more, then. The Heart Sigil.
And
There's some raw silver I can use.
Yep, I was just about to say. So from each mining mote, you can get 3 pieces of the same material.
Doubtless this one knows hatred, not just love. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Why, hello, gorgeous. You look like you can break some hearts even without my aid. Oh, your brother would be so proud, knowing you're fighting for your kin.
So her design hasn't changed too much from the previous game, but I liked the art piece from the previous game more than this one personally. Okay. Flutter Strike. Your attacks deal more damage to nearby foes, which is by a significant amount. Flutter Flourish, same thing but for specials. And Glamour Gain. In each encounter, one foe is always weak. You gradually restore magic near weak foes. Let's, you know, once again, go simple, just strong attack.
I've much to learn from her, I think.
Near all of the near-endless pathways and suffocating Erebus lead to dead ends, and very scarce are those who can navigate them.
Took only my entire life to figure out.
Oh, you know what? I realize now what's going on. Do I have... Oh no, I don't have aim assist on. For some reason I thought it did. My bad. Felt like I wasn't aiming correctly just earlier.
Clear.
Finally tracked you down.
I know that voice. Marked one for me, did you?
Well done.
to do it.
Good evening.
Best girl.
Together we shine, sister.
Together we shine. It's been too long, sister. Look at you on your great hunt. Not ideal circumstances, but you've finally begun. Know that the family has your back, surprised as they are about this.
No shortage lately of surprises on Olympus or below. It's good to see you, Artemis, but I must be off. Time's against us and all that.
Time's an old fool, too busy besieging the mountain of the gods to sense the threat headed his way. Go get him.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I realized since the last episode why, you know, some of those like upgrades, for example, from Arachne, have like letters associated with them. And this is because in the early access, not everything has, you know, like art yet, like dedicated art for it yet. So just for the sake of like differentiating, they give them like different letters. Let's see what the options are. And by the way, another thing is that in the previous game, Artemis used to be like her own unique, like, you know, Olympian like god boon option that you can aim for, right? You can just find more and more boons of her and like build a run, you know, surrounding her abilities in that game. Whereas here, it's different. It's more so like a once every now and then like event. And it's not likely, I don't think you can even see her more than once per run. So what you take here is like going to stay and like you're not going to get an opportunity to get it again this run. So let's see what the options are. Death Warrant. A random foe occasionally becomes marked. If it takes critical damage, this repeats. So this is kind of like Hunter's Mark from the previous game. Lethal Snare. Foes in your casts may take critical damage from your attacks. Could be a nice option. And Easy Shot. A piercing arrow fires towards any foe damaged by your Omega cast, which is the charge version. So I'm really tempted to take this because it's epic, but the arrow damage is really only 40, and I don't plan on using Omega cast very often this run. So I think I'm gonna go with Death Warrant.
My blessing is yours. Go find your mark.
Good hunting.
I'd rather get HP. Oh, and another thing that I remember that I wanted to do is I want to go into the audio settings and turn off, not off, but like turn down a little bit sound effects. Because I want to be able to hear, I want everyone to be able to like hear the music more clearly rather than just like, you know, lots of the same effect over and over. And I think that would be helpful. Now, do we go for Demeter or Apollo? Let's go Apollo.
You won't stop me.
First told me your tale, I figured it was just one of her pranks. Taking on the Titan yourself, come on. But it did sound like something a vengeful child of Hades might attempt.
Yep. Okay, Nova Flourish. Your specials deal more damage in a larger area. Could be nice. Blinding Sprint. Your sprint is faster and inflicts daze on nearby foes. Sounds good. And Light Smite. After you take damage, your foes take damage. Your foe takes damage and you inflict daze on all foes. Between these two, I think I'd rather go with... Yeah, I think I'll go with this because then it unlocks the option, you know, to find a boon that lets us deal backstab damage to foes that are dazed. And this is like a really good way, like a really consistent way to inflict daze.
Adequate.
And there's more silver.
Silver. Enter and fall.
So yeah, as you can see now, our dash is like not only
Which
faster,
way?
but when we get even close to an enemy while sprinting, or just dashing, they get dazed, which reduces their chance of hitting us.
This is the Titan's fault.
Let's focus on the mark. Oh, I missed it. Oops, my bad. I focused too much on the mark. That's fine.
Death to Kronos.
I was certain you were gone. Scarce born, only to be taken by Kronos, along with my daughter and those nearest her. But the Witch of the Crossroads got you out of there, did she? How could she not send word?
Ice Flourish. I think we've seen that one before. We just kind of like freeze enemies with our special, which is very useful, I would say, for crowd control. Arctic Ring. Your casts repeatedly deal damage in the area and inflict freeze. Winter Coat. After you enter a location, prime a barrier that absorbs 1 instance of damage. What is prime? A passive reduction to your magic limit until the next location. So instead of 100, you would have 80, but that would prevent 1 instance of damage every turn, every room. I think I'll take Arctic Ring, kind of like just boost our overall like damage per second.
For my mother.
And we want Ash.
Cold, take you.
The underworld of Hades holds more than the souls of the dead. Riches beyond imagination. Even the remains of the deathless titans.
They'll end up back where they belong.
I think I'll go for HP because I already have 150 coins, which is enough to buy a boon at the shop.
Good.
And this is probably like the pre-boss room, so definitely go shop here. Oh, I didn't consider that we would want to enter it with 200 for the Daedalus Hammer. But that's okay, it's going to like offer it to us in the next floor anyway.
No sign of Hermes yet, my lord. Forgive my impatience. I know infiltrating our enemy's ranks and discovering the details of his plans to conquer Olympus is sensitive work. Of course. He'll be back any evening now, I'm sure.
And let's get this Apollo boon.
Valuable enough.
It's fortunate the underworld boatman's still plying his trade even during a downturn such as this. I trust his prices have gotten better at least. Or perhaps worse.
Okay, so here's Nova Flourish again. Supernova, your casts expand in size until they expire. This could be a good combination with the snow thing that we have. And Backburner. Foes with daze take more damage if struck from behind, and this is what I was looking for. So as much as I want this, I'll go with Backburner first. And I'll see if I can get the other one in the future.
There you are. A chill swept through the air as you approach. unseasonably cold. Or perhaps it is as Demeter desires. She aids you, does she not?
She does. She knew me for her granddaughter at once. Have you had opportunity to speak with her about me and all that's transpired?
No. I've been a bit preoccupied. At least here, Demeter shall be able to cool her wrath against me for keeping you a secret for so long. Crossed flames awaken! Total eclipse.
I'm not gonna make the joke a second time.
How about this? Bathe in flame. Night bloom. I never used to miss.
So yeah, as I've been playing the game more privately, I've gotten better at dodging that one. So you're not forced to transform during this fight.
Satisfactory. You have survived against me, and for that you owed a gift. May you learn well through it, Melinoi.
The Book of Shadows. I prevailed.
Alright, so the Book of Shadows is essentially this game's version of the Codex from the previous game. You learn over time about characters, enemies, items, places, etc. through just repeatedly interacting with them in different circumstances.
He's there.
Ah, there you are. You have returned. Or lost your way, perhaps, in those interminable passageways beyond.
I know where I'm going. Whom do I address? And what are you doing here yourself in such a place?
My name and business are not your concern. Is that not what you said? Ah, the impertinence of the youth of this age.
Wait.
It's funny, I mean, I'm not going to say what I know now, because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's funny to me that I thought in the previous chapter that was chaos.
Trouble? Here to set another curse on me, Eris? For all your idiosyncrasies, I never took you for a traitor.
I'm not, I swear. It's just, you'll never understand. I wanted this to be a special moment, but you had to go and ruin it. Okay, gotta go.
Curses.
Blessed by Strife again, which starts off at 20%, but it's going to go up. I think it caps at 50%.
No. No.
So I should remember to try to aim for backstab damage as often as possible. I walked right through that. Oh, can't even reach that. Okay, there we go.
Good.
Okay, let's see. Melting Swipe. Your dash strike hits a larger area and destroys 60% of any armor. Sounds fantastic. Vampiric Cataclysm. Cataclysm, I should say. After you slay a foe with your charge attack, restore 5 HP. Sounds really good as well. And Double Moonshot. Your special fires 2 projectiles that seek foes. Less interested in that one. This is really good for like damage. Like to get rid of like a lot of armor is fantastic. This gives us more survival potential. In fact, like with one charge attack, you could theoretically kill a lot of enemies, especially if they're like very small, and restore a lot of HP that way. And I think because we're going to be taking a lot of damage because of the Blessing of Strife, do I want to take this? Yeah, I'll take that.
Jaskura grows in strength.
And I'll try to remember to perform it as much as possible for HP. Let's get another boon here. So here, for example, boom, we're back to full HP. Although, it would have been nice in this case, for example, to just get rid of their armor super quickly.
Water spout's activated.
Always try to go for the back, if possible.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So we've seen Glamour again before, and this could be a really good combo with the fact that now we have a good reason to spam, to use a lot of charge attacks. This could allow us to kind of like have an infinite engine for healing. Shameless Attitude. While you have at least 80% HP, you deal more damage. This is also nice. This is also nice in conjunction with the fact that we can heal, because it can mean that if we're careful and we go about it the right way, we can always stay above the threshold for the 10% bonus damage. And then Heartbreaker in rare variety. When you use 30 magic, create a Heartthrob. Heartthrob area damage is 180. What is a Heartthrob? An explosive projectile that revolves around you, expires after 20 seconds. I don't use a lot of magic at the moment other than to heal, and I think I don't burn out too much of it at the moment. So I think I'll just go with this. I don't burn a lot of magic at the moment, so I think I'll just get the damage upgrade.
This must be love.
Okay. This is the equivalent of silver in Oceanus. It's limestone, I think. Let's see. Yeah, limestone. And here, if you remember in the previous episode, there was we encountered this room as well, where like it has the option to unseal here. What it does, and I guess I'll just show it. If I'm not satisfied with this sole option for like the next room, I can unravel like additional options, but at the cost of
open up,
fighting more enemies.
Oh, great.
And I also realize that I've been forgetting to use the cast. So that being said, I do actually want to go to this option because
don't look down.
It's a new event.
Wow. I mean, come on, just... Oh. Yeah? Well, would you look at that? Another would-be suitor journeyed far and wide just to gaze upon me. Not that I blame you. And get totally rejected. Fine. Ogle if you must.
You have the wrong idea. I'm not seeking a mate. I don't even know who you are.
What? I'm Narcissus, dummy. The Narcissus. And if you're no would-be suitor, then why don't you relieve me of one of these innumerable gifts the others offered in vain? Then beat it.
So another case of a character whose current art is a placeholder, which will likely be different, at the final version of the game. So they're offering, usually this character offers like combinations of run specific currency plus meta currency. So for example, it's either 6 silver and 100 gold, plus one like boon, palm slice, I guess, and then some flowers and ancestral offering. I think I'll go with this just so I can use the silver to unlock more stuff after this run.
Now you may go.
In we go. You ought to have stayed below. Got you. Hades.
Right, so just real quick, as you've probably noticed, since I've fought this mini-boss like a lot more times since the previous episode, like in my private save, I've kind of learned to like read its telegraphs and, you know, how to dodge that big shot better that kind of like spreads. But yeah, except for that one time earlier in the fight where I messed up. Let's see, Ice Flourish. We know that one. Tranquil Gain, we know this one from the first run, I guess, or the second run. It allows us to replenish magic by just standing still. And then the final one is after you enter a location, prime a barrier that absorbs 1 instance of damage. I think we've seen that already. So I'm debating between these two. We're still not using too much magic. We're using it just to heal. So I think I'll go with Winter Coat here.
Cold Comfort.
Okay, so we get an option between Ash and Nectar, which we recognize from the original game. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I kill as many enemies as possible with a charge attack to heal up. Like that. And we're back at full HP.
Too hot for you? Some nectar.
Magic would be nice to be able to heal more in the same encounter if we need, but I think I just want to get an upgrade for like the damage, potentially. another thing is that I've gotten a bit more used to some of the traps that Oceanus is filled with. Upgrading Arctic Ring could be good. It, it's going to do more damage over time. Although I am more interested in backstab damage, I think. Yeah, let's do that.
These still grow in the underworld.
HP or another boon from Aphrodite. Because we can heal pretty consistently, let's go with another boon. Oh.
Give up already, girl. I know who you are. I know where you go. You shall not get there.
This magic. Kronos. I'll carve you limb from limb for this. For everything.
How frightening. Unfortunately, we shall never know if yours was a mere empty threat. For you are going on a little time out. At least until some other matters are resolved.
No.
You wish to traipse through this realm, then here, bask in it.
Over there. Where am I? Or when?
So yeah, when I first saw this while playing on my own, I was losing my mind. I was literally like the meme of like, the person kind of like pointing something at the back. I don't know, I can't imitate it at the moment, but I think for this episode's thumbnail and like title or whatever, I'm going to refer to this instance here and like put that meme on the thumbnail. So this is really cool. Like you're basically sent back in time, I guess. Let's see what you do here.
Just need to hold within this rift.
What witchery is this?
So it says, stay in the golden ring. And yeah, you might be recognizing some of these enemies from the previous game, although they did get an overhaul for their graphics, I think.
You knew how to resist my little spell.
Finally.
I took damage from the Inferno bomb being dropped. That's okay, we'll heal back over time. So now we can gift Nectar. We have one, and I'm gonna save it for more important occurrences, I think. Not gonna give it now.
You and your granny, Demeter, you must have so much catching up to do. Perhaps you even have the power to unfreeze that disapproving scowl I oft fear is permanently set, though I can see she wishes to address you now herself.
Please pay no heed to Aphrodite, Flower. She's more concerned about the contours of my face than doing anything of use. But on the count that we've much catching up to do, she's right.
So we get another duo boon. I don't think I've seen this one in my personal playthrough, so let's see what it says. Hearty Appetite. You deal more damage the more life you have. So per 100 life, it's 10%, which is, making me regret not picking up HP earlier, but at least now we know. The other option, which is nothing to scoff at, is Secret Crush. After you enter a location, prime 20, to add power to your attack, plus 5. That's pretty good, but I think over time this is going to be more useful. And we go back to the present.
It'll take more than that, Kronos. Limestone.
Have enough money for all of this, so let's get it.
Olympus, accept this message.
Oh, another duo. So I guess this is between... Is that between Apollo and I don't know. We didn't get any like introduction for that. So Ice Flourish we know. Local climate. Your Omega cast deals bonus damage and follows you, even as you start to channel it. Not very interesting. Each time you use your Omega cast in an encounter, it gets stronger, but also uses +5. That's not very interesting either, but since it's offered, might as well give it a try and see. I don't know. Let's take it.
Life or death.
I would say that, we might have an opportunity to sell it for money, but like so far, even my personal playthrough, I haven't seen yet an opportunity to sell boons, so I don't know.
Should be useful.
Magic Primed is not too big of a deal. Sprint speed could be nice, but I think overall, let's focus on like dealing more damage.
Felt that for sure.
An ever-present song compels the nightmare-bringing princess ever forward, towards the beauty, deeper into the abyss.
It's very pretty. Until we meet again. On with the show.
I knew it! She's come back! You ready for another show, lady? We've been rehearsing our material, practicing non-stop, because one day, I'm gonna be a star. Oh, me and the gals.
What do your musical ambitions have to do with unprovoked acts of violence against me?
She's just heckling us gals. Ignore her and take it from the top. 2, 3, 4! We are Skilla and the Sirens! Come on, sailors, hear my music echoing through sea and cold. Bring your holy to my harbor. Join the teeming wrecks below. Down, down, king of bones with the coral crown. Drown, drown, save your breath, 'cause tonight you're gonna drown. Drums. Gods and witches cannot play. Curses are my endless muse. All who hear me, prince or pauper, this shall be their final cruise. Down, down, king of bones with the coral crown. Drown, drown, save your breath, 'cause too soon. Come to me, my tasty Lord. Princess Rexy! Damn it, Roxy!
You.
We're Skilla and the Sirens, everybody!
How long has it been?
3, 2, 1.
It is the dead of night within a haunted, barely moonlit thicket at the underworld's edge. There, a young forsaken princess hunts her prey.
Ready or not, hence I go.
So before I start playing through this, I did have a couple of thoughts about that fight. So even though ever since that previous episode, I did learn how to dodge some of their attacks better and like how to like get through the fight better, it still wasn't enough, as you saw. There was one particular moment where, I got physically like stun locked by the bass, by the guitar player, I guess, because sometimes she shoots like stun shots, and as a result, the other ones who like were right in my face as well could just pelt me and like remove a lot of HP. But other than that, another thing that you might have noticed is that when you when you beat down one of them, right, and like kind of like incapacitate them, their musical like element in the song is like cut out, which I think is really, really cool. And the reason I was trying to like focus the drum player for the majority of that fight first is twofold. The first one is that with the backstab damage bonus, it's much easier to perform because they're always facing in one direction and you can just attack them from behind. But the second one is that at the 50% HP mark, usually they choose one of the three to be like the star of the show, right? Or like the whatever. And that makes their attacks specifically like stronger. And this time the drummer was chosen. So I wanted to try to eliminate like the biggest threat first, so to not have to deal with their attacks. But as you've seen, it wasn't enough, unfortunately. Now, I was about to say that maybe we can sneak another run into this episode and make it just a little bit longer than 1 hour, but then this started, so I guess we'll deal with this first and see how long the episode is by the time we finish with this.
I bid you farewell for now, Lord Hypnos. Where could she be?
The keen-eyed princess finds a set of tracks, suggesting that her foe trod through this dusty ground not very long before.
Shush, Homer. How shall I ever catch her if you're going to describe my every move?
I've no idea to whom you refer, to whom the Princess of the Dead refers, as she continues on her fateful search.
Quit teasing me and help me look.
You'll find her yet.
Odysseus, have you seen Hecate about?
Not in a little while, little goddess. Though I'd expect that pointy hat of hers to give her away.
I'll look for it. Thank you.
Well, she's got to be around here somewhere, goddess.
Got you, Hecate. You're dead.
Got me, you did, Millennium. But I dare say I can escape your clutches yet.
Hey! Oh! Hi, Shades. Is Hecate about? Not seen her, huh? Over there. There you are. Got you again.
Ah, so persistent. Give up already, witch, for I'm a Titaness. You cannot vanquish me.
I can and shall. Aha. I got you. Hecate? What's the matter?
It's merely that I've not heard your laughter before. Reminded me of your mother. A much preferable sound to that of grief.
I promise not to cry again. I still get sad sometimes, but not as much.
Do not make promises you cannot keep. When tears well up, let them spill forth. They're not so precious that they need be contained.
But you never cry, Hecate. And I wish to become strong like you, so that I might find Kronos and destroy him for what he's done. And then you could hear my mother's laugh again.
And I shall do everything in my power to prepare you, so that you may succeed where I failed. If not for your family's sake, then for your birthright, as the princess of the underworld.
What do you mean you failed?
You tried to beat Kronos yourself? He hurt you?
Concern yourself with your own pain, not mine. Destroying Kronos shall not change the past, and the pain shall linger, though assert itself less frequently with age. But enough of this. On the morrow, we shall teach you to hunt greater prey.
Truly? Oh, death to Kronos.
Give nectar to a comrade. We'll see.
All my life I've prepared, and I'm nowhere near ready, am I?
Who dares?
I mean, might as well, right?
Wanted you to have this, Dora. To the best hunter in all the crossroads.
See, I knew you were gonna pull this gift custom thing on me sooner or later, so I have come prepared. Catch.
For me? Thank you, Dora.
So you might have noticed that that ring with the letter D on it looks nothing like a ghost onion, right? Not that I'm personally sure what a ghost onion would even look like, but the thing is, we'll have to wait for the full release of the game, or maybe some patch in early access, to see what that looks like, because at the moment, different keepsakes don't have unique art for each one.
A scourge upon your bloodline for resummoning me, witch!
Hey, everything okay there, Mel?
Oh, yes, Dora. It's just... I should have gone farther that time. I'll give more notes on your haunting later, all right?
Oh, sure.
That reminds me. So I think I realized eventually like what's going on with Eris, the one who keeps like inflicting the strife thing, which causes us to take more damage, which I suppose is also like a good reason why we died so quickly. Well, not quickly, but like why I died during that fight. Because I think the game doesn't want you to like be able to go so far as to like beat a run so early into the game when there's still so much content to experience by failing, right? There's a lot of dialogue, there's lots of different things that you can earn by failing, different runs. And so it's kind of like a soft mechanism to ensure that like even experienced players don't just steamroll through the game right away, right? And from my experience with my personal playthrough, as you progress, the more runs you do, Eris shows up later and later and later in the run until she doesn't just show up at all. At which point you're just free to like beat the run like without any added difficulty.
Headmistress, I saw him, Kronos. First beyond Erebus in the guise of an old man. He then attempted to ensnare me in some vision out of time. The river aflame, everything ablaze.
Still your heart, Malinois, you're safe. And you were able to return again, which means that all your training served you well. So then, he realizes who you are.
So he claims. I broke free from his spell like it was second nature, but neither could I raise a hand against him. What must I do now?
Nothing has changed. You're to confront him down where he resides, where your mother and father rightly ought to be. But go with patience, not with haste. He may know something of your power now, yet not enough.
Yes, Headmistress.
Let's see what we can unlock in the cauldron now.
I've had these in my head for long enough.
Kinship Fortune. Update the Wretched Broker inventory with exotic goods suitable for gifting. Grants 1 nectar. I think because we have a lot of bones, let's definitely do that.
Great tree of life, please listen to my thoughts.
What else?
Broker, you've expanded your shop.
See what else. Fated Intervention. Beseech the 3 fates to lend their aid in time of great need. So you might remember from the previous game that, there's kind of like a quest bulletin board that you can work on over time, and you get rewards as a result, like once you fill in like, a goal in it. This is that.
O daughters of night, who can see all tomorrows, please help me avenge both our families' sorrows.
No effect.
Nothing. They didn't listen.
We'll see about that. And reagent sensing. After encounters, become alerted to any valuable resources in the area.
Hear me, Selene, if you so desire. Aid me in finding that which I require.
Your intent was true.
Okay, let's go see what the broker has to offer. So now, on top of these, which we've already seen, and they also seem to be pretty static, we can, once per run, or rather after each run, we can spend 30 bones to buy 1 nectar. And I'm going to do that.
Use?
I'm going to do that because I want to unlock as many keepsakes as early as possible. In fact, let's do that right now with Hecate.
Headmistress, if it isn't inappropriate, I have a little gift, seeing as your personal supply ran out a while back.
Ah, the hounds shall lap this stuff right up, I think. I shall safeguard it for them as a treat. And why don't you hold on to this in kind?
Your silver wheel. I can have this?
And let's give one to... Oh, I guess we can give one to Odysseus. That's fine.
You look as though you've seen a ghost, if you'll forgive the very antiquated mortal turn of phrase, goddess. So we'd say to someone looking disconcerted. Things all right?
Yes and no. I saw Kronos out there. I thought he had me, but I broke free from his spell. This was in Oceanus, though I also caught him snooping near the pathways out of Erebus.
Damn it. Our reports said nothing of the sort, but then... some of our shade informants haven't yet returned. We had expected Kronos to stay put in the lowest reaches. You must have caused enough of a stir to catch his notice.
I've hardly been discreet in my approach. Is there truly no other way?
We reckon not. We're counting on him thinking you're inconsequential to his plans. As for our own, I shall go over this with the good witch. Be safe, and cheers for the report.
Of course.
So I guess we might as well give it to Nemesis.
Nemesis, maybe we could start again. Here, I got you something.
Don't need your charity, princess, or temptations while I'm on duty or off. You're doing this because you want something from me anyway, so here, knock yourself out.
Thank you, Nem.
They're not going to help you, you know. The Fates, I mean. They don't take pity on whoever asks. If anything, you'll make things even worse.
Maybe you just don't give your sisters enough credit. If they once aided my brother, then there has to be a chance they'll aid us. They have a stake in this too.
What, you mean their family? They couldn't care less. Too busy messing with everybody's lives, making it look like an accident.
You mustn't speak of them that way.
Let's move on to get some upgrades in the altar. Alright, not enough yet to unlock more grasp, but definitely enough to unlock one of these. So this one is called the Fates. Set forth each night with +1 change of fate, which is used to alter various outcomes presented to you depending on your arcana. You can alter location rewards. We haven't seen that in the previous game before, but it allows you to kind of like reroll what room rewards are presented to you in gates to the upcoming rooms. And then this one, the Huntress, which I think I'll get. While you have less than 100% magic, your attack and special deal plus 30% damage, which is pretty significant. So, and you know, because we're going to be using magic a lot, this just makes sense to me.
The Huntress.
So that has unlocked for us Death. Your charge moves have +3% chance to deal critical damage. Now, we are approaching our limit on Grasp. In fact, unless I unlock more, I'm not going to be able to like add any of these on top, because this one costs 3 Grasp, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 3. So I guess starting from now, we should not prioritize Psyche over Ashes, or vice versa.
Very well.
And check the display case.
My keepsakes.
Behold that heirloom storage case over there.
Thanks, Kelly. So yeah, Silver Wheel, which we got from Hecate. At rank 1 out of 3, after you use magic, restore it over 3 seconds, up to a total of 1,000 this night. Anytime it says this night, it means the run, right? So this 1,000 magic, when I first read this, I thought to myself, oh, so like every room, like, it just keeps replenishing more and more magic. That's fantastic. But no, actually, once throughout the entire run, it has cumulatively replenished 1,000 magic for you. It just stops working completely, and it's like a dead, addition. And that, 1,000 might sound like a lot, but if you're not careful, you could end up depleting it like within the first floor, without even completing it yet. Because even if you have like a magic refilling boon, like like the tranquil one, or like the one that refills it when you stand in a cast or something, this is going to still work on top of that. So even if you have a magic refilling boon, this keeps getting wasted, which is unfortunate. But oh well. Ghost Onion from Dora. Whenever you exit a location, fully restore your HP up to a total of 50 this night. So this is like the same thing, except when you exit a location and it's up to 50. And Evil Eye. Deal plus 20% damage to the last foe that vanquished you, which is currently Jetty. And we got that from Nemesis. So because at the moment, none of these, I think I'll start with like Ghost Onion, just to kind of like extend the longevity of the run. And then as we, continue playing, I'll want to maybe switch every now and then to these, to level them up as well. Because they, as you can see, each keepsake says clear 25 encounters with this to rank it up. So it's kind of like a long-term investment thing. But let's start with the Ghost Onion for now.
Very well.
And with some of the resources that we got,
The silver pool.
we can unlock both some weapons as well as some tools. Let's start with unlocking the silver blades because it's just 1 silver.
Join with me. Lim and Oros, sister blades. We're fellow sisters now.
A fitting armament.
And I'm gonna show you their movesets and abilities like next episode, I think. For now, let's also unlock Umbral Flames.
Now. Ignium, the umbral flames. Incinerate my foes and light my path.
Position authorized.
Now, I could save silver to also unlock the Moonstone Axe relatively soon, but just for the sake of it, let's also unlock the Tablet of Peace. What it does, and you can only, carry with you, in the same way that you can only pick 1 weapon at a time, you can only take 1 tool with you at a time as well. So if, for example, if you take the Tablet of Peace instead of the Crescent Pick, you're not going to be able to mine silver and other materials during that run. But what the Tablet of Peace does, compels certain lone shades to the crossroads and gain large sums of psyche. So if we see that we're hurting for it, I might start prioritizing this. For now, though, I do also want to unlock the Silver Spade, which allows us to dig in certain digging spots to find seeds, which at the moment we haven't seen so far in this in this profile of the game. What to do with them, but we'll get them. We'll get to that soon enough. So for now, I think I'll just save silver, and next time I'll decide what to do with it. But yeah, let's see what Skelly has to say.
She's here, now watch and learn. How have you lately fared against the lurkers and the serpents all that way down in the watery depths? Knowing of them and squaring off against them are 2 very different things.
They're significantly stronger than the lost souls lingering around here. And they have no sense of fear at all, attacking without any hesitation.
They're basically just walking fish, young one. Not much for conversating, but they'll stick you with a trident just fine. Don't you let them.
I won't.
All right, so about to end the episode. However, if I exit here on this screen, it's probably not going to save the progress that I've made unlocking these weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly step out to the beginning of the run and then exit the game so that it saves all the progress that I've done here, and then the next episode we can just start with a run right away.
Ready or not, hence I go. Moonlight.
Okay, So, this ended up being quite a dialogue-heavy episode. We only managed to get one run in, but that's fine. I guess the next episode is going to be... I'll try to focus it to have 2 runs rather than 1. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay mindful, eat fruit, and don't multiply. Peace.